New York on the attack. Nobody has been able to score. There are 25 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half. A hot, broiling sun. Again, the temperature on the field from the thermometer down there, 105 degrees. 85 the official temperature. 61% humidity.
There's a lot of running being done by that man on the screen there, Ricky Davis, and the man he's supposed to be marking, Sonny Askew.
Quickly now to Vern Lundquist with Coach Gordon Bradley.
Thank you, Jim. Gordon, the pace of the game has been really unbelievable in this heat.
It really has, Vern. I don't think the players can keep it up for 90 minutes. I don't think it's an 11-man team today. It's going to be a 16-man squad, I think, for both teams. It's 95-degree heat and humidity. They cannot go into tempo.
Excuse me. Here comes Alan Green all by himself. He was wide open for a moment, but Neeskens got to him right there.
He was wide open because he tricked Durgan. He sort of blew past Durgan as though he wasn't there, and it was Neeskens who came over to save the day for the Cosmos.
Okay, there's Mark Antonio moving out to the middle to Wim Janssen, and nothing much there. Next time we take a break, by the way, we would alert our stations. It's going to be a station break, so you get to do some business of your own. Here comes Cosmos in the person of Ricky Davis. Down the left side as he does. He's got DiBernardo ahead of him, forward on the left side. Canalia plays in the middle, of course, number 9, and Romero, number 7, plays on the right. Normally, in soccer, there's always improvising going around.
Yeah, it's very difficult to try and imagine that every time you look at the field, you're going to see these players in sort of set positions. They're certainly not going to be there.
Here comes Price. Heeling it back again to Janssen. He's got a shot over the top of the goal. NASL Soccer, New York and Washington will continue after this message from one of our sponsors and station identification. Perhaps you've just joined us. If so, we're live from RFK Stadium in Washington. A crowd of maybe 50,000 people, largest in soccer history in this city, have gathered to watch the hometown Diplomats play the New York Cosmos. Washington in the white on the attack. It's headed over the end line by Bogicevic. That'll be a corner kick for Washington. No score in the game. 22 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first half, but the action has been non-stop and tremendous.
I saw an example there of the will of these teams, because the man who broke all the way down on the right wing and put that ball across was Milatovic, who's a central defender, and the man who headed it out for a corner was Bogicevic, who's not normally noted for his defensive capabilities.
Okay, here's Horvath with the corner kick. Powerful left foot shot. That's headed towards the goal. It's in! Johan Cruyff has scored his first goal of 1980, and the Diplomats are out in front.
Well, that was an incredible header from Cruyff, because when he went up for that ball, I could see he was going to get it, but he didn't cock his body at all. He didn't seem to hit it hard. They called something.
That assures us of one tremendous afternoon coming up, I'll guarantee you, because the Cosmos don't lie down. Here's this set play, I think.
Well, we'll take a look at the corner now. Cruyff goes up and meets it beautifully. Yes, there is a player standing right in front of Birkenmeier, and presumably blocking his sight there, although, of course, there's no such call as blocking the sight. The call would be offside.
They have now called it back. They called it offside.
It's Alan Green standing there. Now you'll see the corner comes over, the goalkeeper goes out. Alan Green is the only player in front of the goalkeeper there, and he's presumably blocking his side, and he's also offside. The call, of course, is offside against Alan Green.
And what was a late offside call, I'll tell you.
Well, there's an argument going on there between Torres Kubricin and Johan Cruyff. Now, Johan Cruyff is known for his, I would call them disputes. Cruyff calls them discussions with the referee. He says he tries to help the referee.
All right, here come the Cosmos. It's a scoreless game again. They have to take it all back, because after that goal, many seconds after the goal, was the offside call.
Yeah, I think it was a good call, though. When looking at the replay, you can see Green is offside, and he is gaining advantage from being in that position, and that's what the call is all about.
Okay, here come the Cosmos in their navy blue and gold. Fights for the ball going on out here. Here comes Washington again, and Cruyff. Oh, that Dutch temper is flaring right now, you can be sure. Look at him go, all by himself. Over to Sonny Askew now, the young Baltimorean, who kicks it off a Cosmo, so it'll be another corner kick for the Diplomats.
Good piece of play from Cruyff, working the ball through the middle, getting it out to the right wing, but not too good a center attempt from Sonny Askew.
Okay, it'll be Joe Horvath again with the corner kick. Now he's left-footed basically.
Yeah, he'll be a left-footed kick and it'll swerve in towards the goalkeeper.
And so it did. Again over the end line. It'll be another corner kick. That was Eskandarian who knocked it over for New York. No score. Once again, the goal did not count. But it was a beauty just the same.
Well, it was a remarkable header.
Okay, across towards Janssen. Don Draghi, excuse me, was the man who headed it over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for New York. No score here.
Please, Katie, you can...
We're back, and that's Horvath with the ball for Washington. Down he goes in the penalty area, and he's mad because they didn't call it. However,
another great bit of dribbling from Horvath, and as I say, he is finding a lot of room and getting a lot of space. They're not picking him up. They're allowing him to come through on attack.
Here's a good look at the ball control of young Romero. Whoops, didn't control it very well that time. He was going for Ricky Davis, and just as he passed the ball, Davis moved. One of those things. No score in the game. Now we get the official ruling. It was not offside to cancel the goal, but obstruction of goalie Birkenmeier by Alan Green.
It's a little difficult to know exactly why that call would be made. I think I don't understand that call, to be quite honest, Jim, what obstruction means in a case like that. Because neither of them had the ball.
The ball was not passed to Green.
And the player is clearly offside.
Yep.
And that seems to me to be the call.
However, obstruction is the official ruling, and here comes New York again. No score, 18 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half. Sonny Askew going for it, and it goes off into touch, is the correct terminology. Out of bounds in the United States normally. There's Coach Weisweiler, New York, recently of FC Cologne, Germany. That means football club.
Well, there's an example of what I say when Neeskens frightens me. I don't think that was the ball he should have gone for, but he stretched for it, and Milatovic had to sort of do a high hurdling act to get out of the way of those scything legs.
This is an amazing turnout here this afternoon when you consider that there's a big golf tournament. The PGA Tour golf tournament is being played at Congressional Country Club just outside Washington, and there are probably 2 or 3 times as many people here as there are at the golf tournament. Alan Green now with the ball for Washington. Carmine Marcantonio back to Robert Yarushi. Sonny Askew now, curly-haired kid from Baltimore. Now down to Janssen. Janssen's been all over the field today, hasn't he? Normally he's a somewhat defensive midfielder. Not so today. We'll be right back. Tremendous play in the goal mouth by Jeff Durgan, number 25, the young teenager on the New York Cosmos. It looked like Cruyff had them all beat, and suddenly there came Durgan. What a play.
Marvelous play from Cruyff. Well, I would have thought on this pass, you'll see Cruyff when he gets the ball, he puts his foot way up in the air, and I'm a little surprised here. Now that foot is way up, and you can see there's a foul, in fact, on the play. Cruyff passed the goalkeeper. Durgan's doing the intelligent thing, and he hits the post, in fact, as he slides in there.
And now Cruyff has begun to hobble. He may have hurt himself on that play. Horvath with the corner kick for Washington. Gee, that kid really was in the right place.
Cruyff is in fact down in the penalty area.
Cruyff is down on the field. It looks like that right knee is giving him a problem. No score in the game here in Washington. We'll be right back. There is Johan Cruyff on his feet again. His knee is bothering him, but looks like he's going to stay in the ballgame. We certainly expect that. Here's another look at this solo run by the great Cruyff.
Birkenmeier goes, tries to play with his hands and his feet. Cruyff is past him. That ball is going in. You see Durgan sliding in to kick it away.
Now we're back to the live action. Nobody in control at the moment. Ricky Davis, though, moving it to Neeskens, and now the Cosmos. Beckenbauer. Sonny Askew after it for Washington, and he kicks it back to the goalie. No score in the game. 15 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first half. RFK Stadium in Washington.
Well, you have to say, so far, Jim, best scoring opportunities have certainly fallen to Washington. They had one goal called back, and they had a very, very close call there with that ball being kicked off the line.
I thought you'd be interested to know, Paul, that having seen an offside call on that goal and then being told it was obstruction, we now hear officially again from the referee that it's offside. Okay, let's
suppose it's always nice to be right.
What we're discussing, if you were not with us earlier, was what appeared to be the first goal of the game by Johan Cruyff on a header from a corner kick from Joe Horvath. But it was nullified. You'll see that play at halftime, by the way. We show you the highlights of the first half. Ricky Davis now from California, getting into DiBernardo. DiBernardo played his college ball at Indiana, was the player of the year collegiately a couple of years ago, got the Herman Trophy. And now playing as a regular today, at least, for the New York Cosmos. Acquired from Los Angeles over the winter. Eskandarian and Cruyff shaking hands.
Yeah, they're going to have a tangle all afternoon, no doubt, and at the moment it's all very good-natured. We'll see if it stays that way for the rest of the afternoon.
Here we have at halftime, more inside soccer with Pele himself, and up close and personal with Bob Yarushi, who's been playing a good game for Washington. There's Cruyff with the ball, healing it to poor Askew, not quite. But that was typical Cruyff play.
Yes, the unexpected play, exactly. He sees those things so quickly. The defenders, of course, are looking for him to play it the way he's facing it, and he flicks it behind him.
Yet another corner kick for Washington. They've had a lot of them today. This time Askew with the right foot. Went right at Cosmo defender. Here's another kick by Sonny, but there's nobody over here.
I'm afraid Sonny's got to get his act together in putting those balls across, because some of them he's hitting too low and the defenders are cutting them out. That one was hit much too far, and there was nobody over this side, and never was, even when he started to kick it, receive it.
Goal kick for New York. Sonny is playing today because a great new young player, a Spaniard named Lozano, is not playing for Washington. Unfortunately, he got a red card in their last game against Fort Lauderdale, and he cannot play today. That's the league rule. You're out of the next game.
Red card being, these are two cards the referee carries in his pockets. One's yellow, which he just waves it in the air. That means the player's been cautioned. He waves the red card, the player is off the field. Now, that's what happened to Lozano, and he is a good player. I've seen him.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry we can't see him this afternoon.
It was against Atlanta, by the way. Here's Mark Antonio with the ball for Washington. He's got Green in the middle, but he's also got Carlos Alberto in front of him, and that took care of that.
Somehow or other, it's as though Carlos Alberto has a magnetic attraction for that ball, because really there was a lot of space for Mark Antonio to play that ball, and yet it goes straight to Carlos Alberto.
Right, has the ball. Went for Green. He zigged when he should have zagged. Alan Green, 5 feet 8 inches tall, he claims. Certainly no more than that. And now the Cosmos, Johan Neeskens, the indefatigable one, to young Romero. Romero at age 19, also indefatigable, as 19-year-old should be. Throw in for Washington. Tommy O'Hara throwing it into Bob Yarushi. There is number 2. He'll be meeting at halftime. Canadian, very personable young man and a good player.
A former Cosmos player, of course, who was on their championship team 2 years ago.
Okay, Horvath getting it down to Tommy O'Hara, the little fullback who likes to overlap. Into the middle to Green. A good pass to Green. He's still got a chance. No.
Oh, well, now, wait a minute.
And
yes, a penalty kick.
I think we're going to have a penalty kick for Washington. Yes, that's the ruling. When a serious foul takes place inside the penalty area, a penalty kick is awarded, and that's what it's going to be.
Let's see what we get here. This pass coming in, a beautiful pass into Green. We'll see Green go for the ball here. He's well inside Durgan. Durgan tries to get it away. He doesn't. Green follows it up. Birkenmeier comes out, and you'll see he trips Green there, so that is a penalty kick. I like the way the referee played that. He hesitated for a moment while he thought about it, then pointed to the spot. No doubt about it, a penalty kick.
All right, now the goalie cannot move his feet until the ball has been struck, until it has been kicked. That is the rule. Normally, they cheat a little bit on it. But
they cheat a little bit in the hope that the referee won't see it. But, of course, if they save it, the best that can happen is that they have to retake it. That's all. If it's scored, of course, the referee is not going to make the kicker take it again.
All right, here is Yarushi to take the penalty kick. Now, these are successful about 80% of the time.
I would think at least that.
It's a goal, and Washington does take the lead by a score of 1-0. Robert Yarushi, the man of the moment for the Diplomats. Bob Yarushi, 25 years old, 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, from Canada, has played on 3 championship teams, Toronto and New York twice.
Well, there it is. You see Birkenmeier diving to his own right, and the ball goes to his left. This is what it looks like to Berkemeyer. He's got to guess, right? So as Yarushi starts to run up to the ball, Berkemeyer's thinking, which way is it going to go? And he guesses it's going to go to the right. Well, as it happens, he guessed wrong, and it went to the left.
Just under 10 minutes remaining in the first half.
There goes Berkemeyer to his right, and the ball really very, very beautifully struck by Yarushi.
Okay, there is Bob. 1-0 Washington. And here come the Cosmos. Carlos Alberto. They're trailing at halftime. There'll be a good deal of conversation from Coach Weisweiler in the locker room.
Start speculating about substitutions too, I think.
Yep.
Because I think there are bound to be substitutions this afternoon.
There is Coach Weisweiler on the left with the assistant coach Terry Garber, who played for the Cosmos up until last year. Okay, Fife takes it down the middle. Looked like he just sort of wanted to have a moment to sort things out.
I think he was expecting Alan Green, who was out on the right there, to be cutting inside to pick up that ball. And there was an awful lot of space there, Jim, for Green to run into, but Green just didn't move.
Right, Naskins now getting it into the middle, and the referee obstructing bogey. No call. Beckenbauer with a nice little chip shot, headed away nicely by Mijatovic. Boy, he's a big, hard, tough man. Nicky Mijatovic, but a clean player. Here goes Alan Green, but...
Well, again, I think what we're seeing here is that Alan Green is really taking advantage of the inexperience of Jeff Durgan. Jeff Durgan, good as he is for such a younger player, is having a bit of a handful with Green this afternoon. Green caught him again there, got past him, was not called offside, but Berkemeyer was out quickly.
Romero, right at Mijatovic, who kicks it high and out to the chest of Ricky Davis. A nice chest trap by Davis there. Chest trap again by DiBernardo. Angelo DiBernardo. He was a campus hero at Indiana University. Okay, here it comes down the right side to Sonny Askew. And not far from his Baltimore home, he gets it in towards Green. Very close that time.
And again, Green really cutting inside Durgan and getting to the ball first. This is going to cause a lot of problems for the Cosmos for the afternoon's out, unless they can stop Green on those quick little runs where he gets to the ball before Durgan.
Alan Green, 26 years old now. Comes from England, but loves it over here in the States. He said it many times. George Kanai picked away by Yarushi, who's really playing a fine first half. Aside from scoring the goal, the only goal of the game so far. Here's Big Horvat. Horvat, 6'2". Back to Horvat again. The Hungarian moves towards the middle. He's got Green. Here's Green. And it's offside.
Well, this time again, Green getting away from Durgan, but breaking a little too early and being called offside. But again, it's dangerous.
No, that one was a very obvious and correct call.
Right. Wrong. I want natural.
6 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first half. The Washington Diplomats lead Giorgio Canaglia here and the New York Cosmos by a score of 1-0. Johan Fife is definitely limping out there, Paul, I think.
Yeah, he's not... he's also playing out on the left wing, which, as I mentioned before, is not, from Coach Bradley's point of view, is not his preferred position. But maybe, if he is suffering, that's where he's decided to move himself to get out of the action a bit.
Many people think the problem with the Diplomats so far this year with a 3-6 record is the disagreement between the coach and Fife, the superstar.
That certainly hasn't helped.
Often happens. Tommy O'Hara now with the ball. To Horvat, now Fife. And it's going to be...
Naskins was one of his handball plays.
Yep. You know, he had one of those and he got away with it last Monday in the...
in the Transatlantic Challenge Cup game,
right.
Exactly. Bitterly contested by the Vancouver players. Our replays show that they were right. It was a handball.
Okay, free kick now, and Horvat will be taking it. Shoots it into the middle. A header. Knocked away, headed away by the Cosmos. A nice little touch by Beckenbauer to Romero.
Romero at his most
going
dangerous.
for Canaglia. Canaglia by himself will have to do it all by himself if he's going to do it. He's got a shot here. He's got a shot now. And a good save by Irwin. Mijatovic knocks it away, and the Washington crowd loves it.
Oh, an excellent counterattack, a quick break by the Cosmos. Started by Romero, who